We're here at Quick Trip off of East Greenville Street yet again, observing ambulance number 110. I'm not sure if it's through ANMED. I highly doubt it. Seems to be a private ambulance. Who knows exactly where they're from? I'm trying to swear less for Liam and a couple other people wanted me to swear less, so here you go. I'm highly tempted to swear right now. I mean, look how they're parked. There's a handicap spot there. They're over the blue. They're not in the regular parking space or whatever you want to call that. So, what do we do, folks? What do we do about shit like, what do we do about stuff like this? See, I caught myself. Come on, I gotta get some kind of points for that, right? Some brownie points, I'm catching myself. But what do? Do you call the rescue squad? Do you call the fire department? Do you call the police department? Do you send off emails? Or do you make a video like I'm doing? Go ahead. Or do you make a video like I'm doing and expose the raw truth of corruption? So we got some folks here at the pumps. That's Wolf with his camo. I think he's going to the restroom. Not really sure. He didn't really say. Well, he's kind of mumbling, but he just woke up recently, so... And let's give him a little slack, shall we? We've got a crunched or smashed up looking Honda Accord at the pump. Personally, if that was my vehicle, I would not have that on the road, but to each their own. Let's see. Sorry about banging the window with the phone. I didn't mean to. I don't really know. You know, we got some waters out front. Like, see, they only put one water out, which is, actually, I'm sorry, two on either side of the door. One on either side of the front door. Man, English sure is difficult for me today. But what I'm most upset about is ambulance number 110 right in front of me. Is witnessing sheer laziness. Their lights weren't on when they arrived, nor was any sirens on. And there's the speech impediment I have, and I've had several grand mal seizures in my life that has stopped my heart from beating. I have literally died twice in my life. The stuttering I have, feel free to make fun of me. I don't give a crap if you do. I don't. Doctors have referred to me as a walking miracle. I'll take that. The fact that I'm still able to speak is also a miracle in and of itself. The only one that's really bothered by the impediment is actually me. It's no one else. Look at that. There's a... Hold on. I've got to zoom this in. I'm so sorry. I was actually filming the dash. I just noticed it. See it dangling? Look at that. Right up above the white SUV, in between those two brick pillars, and my hands are shaking. Pump 9, 10, 7, and 8. It's a fucking dome. Sorry, I swore. That's a flipping dome camera hanging. And there's another one. Those are new. I haven't seen them before. Hanging from the ceiling of the pumps are two dome lights in between 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. And they didn't have them there before. So that's more surveillance, folks. Now, there should be further evidence that everything is a surveillance state. So the next time you see someone like me, a guy or a girl, woman, man, whatever, holding out their cell phones or a GoPro recording you, before you get mad, have a reaction, or want to respond to them, take a good look around you. If you're at a bank, take a look around. On the inside of the lobby, there's cameras. Over the ATM, there's a camera. In the front of the ATM, staring straight up at you as you put in your PIN number, there's a camera. At gas stations, there's cameras. Traffic lights, there's cameras. There's cameras flipping everywhere in America. So, before getting upset about, oh, they're recording me, America has already been recording you. The American government has been recording you, whether you've liked it or not, whether you have given permission or consent or not. So what it boils down to is being able to hold people accountable. This is my new vape. If you're looking at this, a Summer Bar 70,000 by Kang Vape. And it has mouth to lung and direct to lung airflow. A 7 RGB color mode. I still have the box. I wanted to do a review on it, but I didn't really have the battery to do it. There's the box for it. S mode, your smooth mode, is giving you, they claim 70,000. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not 70,000 at all. They're gonna say 40,000 for your pulse mode. Blue Laffy Taffy. Basically, this is a blueberry toffee flavor. Think blueberry with a hint of creamy toffee. Me, I only taste the blueberry. The worst part of it is at the very top, right? Up there. You're only getting 5 milligrams of nicotine, pardon me, versus something like a Cato Bar Riz, short for Charisma. This Wolf's Juicy Peach, pretty decent. You can buy them right in there, about 20 or $17.99, roughly 20 bucks. And they have 50 milligrams of nicotine, 5%. This stupid thing. Anyways, you get some sound effects on this, which is pretty cool. Big battery. It is a huge battery. I'm not gonna lie about that. How much do these cost? $20. It was $19 and some change, so it was $20. And you can find them in just about any vape store, any tobacco or vape store. See that? There's your button function. Look at there. Child safety lock. That's pretty cool. And you'll want to mute the voice. I'll go ahead and give you a demonstration on the voice. I mean, yeah, the sound effect. Hold on. I can't turn the camera around because it's already fixed in the position it's going to be in, but here you'll get to hear it. Pretty big cloud. If you toke it or hit it for a long period of time like I did, it cheers. If you toke it and toke it and toke it and toke it and toke it like a serious mad vapor, then it cheers and it says something like either thank you or woohoo. I have no idea what it says. Let me see if I can get it to do that. I'll have to change the airflow, which is right there's your airflow. It's a little blurry. Sorry, I'm trying my best here. There we go. That was a huge cloud. So yeah, it does something. I have no idea what it says, but it's a pretty decent vape. I would put that in more into the category for someone who's trying to quit smoking or even quit vaping. 0.5% is a perfect amount for a person who is wishing to cut back or quit. Or if you're in the hospital, you know, you're laying there, you don't have anything, you need something to scratch the itch, and it's pretty smooth and quiet, lasts a long time. That thing, it looks like the shape of a fucking I said, okay, freaking, flipping. It looks like a flipping pipe bomb. Does it not? It's the shape of a damn pipe bomb. I'm sorry to say that, but the top even looks like a wick. They want to call that a e-hookah. How about let's call it what it is? It's an e-pipe bomb. It looks like one. I'm sorry. I mean, they're gonna say it looks like a hookah. That does not look like a hookah. Now I'm looking at it, it looks like a damn pipe bomb. Anyways, please disregard the fact that I said bomb on YouTube. I'm talking about the Summer Bar right there, vape. It looks like a pipe bomb, like out of Call of Duty or Battlefield, something like that. That's a nice Chevrolet van. Wouldn't mind having that. Be good to sleep out of. Good and discreet too. No windows on the sides. But so that's all we got right now. Is just a little ambulance drama. I wanted to show you the Summer Bar. I showed you the Cato Bar already. What do I listen to music on or through or with? I rely on these puppies, my JBL 540s. They're pretty decent. I wish they were better, a little bigger, because instead of over the ear, this is the on the ear design, which smashes my head and gives me headaches. But other than that, though, it's pretty good sound, I guess. Battery lasts a good little while and whatnot. We might be able to get Wolf to tell one of his funny jokes real quick before we conclude the video. Do you have anything funny you could say to him?
No, not really.
Nothing?
No, I'm hurting that.
Not even that stick up?
No. How can you tell when it's a ghetto rat's first armed robbery? He comes in and says, "Hey, mother stickers, this is a fuck up."
I know he's hurting today, but you know what? That was awesome. That was awesome right there. That's some comedy gold, folks. Comedy gold. Not bad for a guy who's having a flare up. I'm just saying. And she got her ice bags.
Richard Pryor told that joke in the stand-up routine back in the 70s.
Richard Pryor?
Yep.
Some classic comedy.
Back in the 70s.
Back when America was worth a crap?
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much. 70s and 80s wasn't so bad. The 90s is where it really took a dip. Mid to late 90s, everything just... And the late 90s were my favorite time period, though, because of movies, music, and cars and trucks. 96, well, 95, 96 Ford F-150s. I always wanted to have one. Maybe one day. And it's 2026, so by now, I'll be able to afford it. You only have to wait about 25, 30 years to be able to afford vehicles in America. And these newer ones, especially that Infiniti right there, fun fact, kids, that has a composite plastic oil pan with a threaded metal oil plug that has been heat pressed into plastic. Now, I want you to think about that, class. What do you think that means? I'll tell you what it means. It means every doggone oil change you get, you have to replace your drain plug every single time. And that means you're going to be paying through the nose for an oil change. Or it might cost a normal average person who has an aluminum oil pan $30, $40 for their oil change, it's going to cost you $80 to $100 just to get your oil changed in your fancy brand new car or SUV, crossover, truck, whatever it is. So they might look, ooh, they look fancy, they look pretty, but on the inside, they're ugly as hell, and they're cheap. They're all throwaway disposables. They're no different than this thing right here. You get done with that thing, what do? You throw it in the trash. You drive these, like that brand new Silver Ram, 4 or 5 years, throw it in the dumpster. Throw it in the junkyard. And you're paying what? 60, 70, if not more, $1,000 for these throwaway cars? It's not worth it for you, but it's definitely worth it for the automobile maker. They're making a killing off of your ignorance. So now that you've been told this by me, what are you going to do in the future? Are you going to go to a dealership and ask them to pop the hood? Are you going to go to the dealership and ask them to put it on the lift so you can stand up underneath of it and see how much is aluminum, how much is plastic? I surely hope so. That's your dollar. That's your money buying that vehicle. But you need to make sure it's a sound, solid investment. Because if you don't check into it for yourselves, you have no right to complain afterwards. None. And what the heck is up with people backing out of parking spaces, not all the way, and then pulling back forward through existing parking spaces to leave? That's known as laziness. And if any of you do that kind of crap, knock it off. They didn't teach that at all in driver's ed, did they? They can't hear your head shake. No. He said no. He shook his head. But Panera Bread, don't go to Panera Bread. I've been hearing some things about Panera lately. It's not the foam they're putting in their bread like Subway has been doing rather, but they have been putting ground up crickets, ground up cockroaches into their dough rather. Yummy. Who wants some cockroach and cricket bread? Not me. Does not sound appetizing. For pain, when you get to be about 40 plus years of age, I recommend this kind of Icy Hot right here. This is actually a rapid absorption and instant relief. It's pretty good, and it lasts for a long period of time. Also, these right here, they're a little on the strong side, but Salon Paws, stiff neck, sore shoulder, backache, joint pain, and it's a pain relieving patch. Stick it right on. See arthritis, simple backache, strains, bruises, and strains. Now, please always read the warnings. Don't be stupid. Inactive ingredients. Apparently, there's terpene resin in it. I don't know why there'd be terpene resin in it. Sounds like, yeah, binding. Everything's a binding agent. They could put like turds and rat turds in there as a binding agent. Oh, we're using rat poop now as a binding agent. I wouldn't be surprised. So now we have, I'll show off the manager, my brother's boss. He gave me a whole bunch of his cards to hand out to people. And if you live in Anderson and you would love to find a place to take your vehicle to get it serviced, please give these folks a looking into. Competitive, there you go. Look, there's the email on there, address, and their phone number. And Corey Bradshaw is the manager. And if you want my brother to do any work for you, go to that location and simply ask for Ruben. Got a huge stack of these cards. And I'm actually wearing an Express Oil Entire Engineers hat. So is Wolf. I'm not going to show him because I'm just not going to show him. So there's that. Anyways, I think I'm going to try to end this video. I'm sorry to those who are not comfortable with the large amounts of profanity. I'm trying to cut back on that and trying to make these videos a little more positive and more upbeat and less negative and stuff like that. So if you could bear with me, be patient, just give me a little bit of time, please. And I promise you that I will be doing a much better job in the future. And anyways, I, your host, White Raven, from Outdoors with White Raven, I wish to humbly thank you for just giving this video a view. I'm not perfect. I don't pretend to be perfect. All I can say is I'll do my best and try to bring you the raw truth, and I'll always try to stand up for what's right and abide by my Constitution. And all I ask for in return is that our citizens and our government respects our constitutional rights. On that note, God bless America. I will see you in the next video.